Hello everyone, welcome to Short Shot Archery, and today I have an interesting topic to talk about. And, you probably guessed that from the title. So, this idea, or this topic, came about because of the World Archery article titled Arrogance. It's what's required to win, says world number one Stefan Hansen. So, just to put it out there right away, this is not about Stefan or about World Archery technically at all. This video is about the idea of arrogance, and I'm going to be comparing it to confidence. And they're just, they just happen to make this really nice article with some really great quotes that I'm going to use. And yeah, I'm just talking about it. So don't think of it as anything against, I guess that organization or that person, because I met Stefan before and he's a really great guy. So let's begin. The first thing that came to mind for me was arrogance and confidence. What's the difference? So I looked it up. And these definitions are from Merriam-Webster, the dictionary company. And the first one, confidence, a feeling of consciousness of one's power or of reliance on one's circumstances. Some examples that they put in were: had perfect confidence in her ability to succeed, met the risk with brash confidence, the faith or belief that one will act in a right, proper, or effective way. And of course they go on, have confidence in a leader, and they just give you an idea, a feel for, what confidence is. The next definition is arrogance. Arrogance, an attitude of superiority manifested in an overbearing manner or presumptuous claim or assumptions. And there wasn't really anything else after that, definition-wise. So basically, from what I'm reading here, and my understanding is somebody that's confident, is focused on oneself, focused on bringing what you have as a person to, the table, and not really exerting that, what your skills are upon everybody else. You're not telling people how great you are. You're just doing what you do. You're doing what you do to the best of your ability, and you do it with confidence because you believe in yourself. So on the flip side, how arrogance is defined, it's more of, yes, I have confidence in myself, but I am sure I'm going to tell you how great I am. I'm going to let you know how great I am. And I feel like instead of just believing in yourself and then, doing what you're going to do, say shooting arrows, perfect example. Instead of believing in your form and your shot and then shooting great shots, getting a great score, and say winning the tournament, you may have, great skill and you may believe in yourself, but you're going to go and tell every single person on that line that you're pretty much the greatest thing that ever lived, and you're going to go and win this tournament. You may win that tournament, but that's also being extremely arrogant. Now, you might be thinking, well, Anthony, what is your point behind this video? And my point is, I don't think that somebody that is arrogant in archery lasts. And I think their time on top is very short-lived. Now, we're going to throw Stefan back into this, even though this is technically not about him per se, even though he did have some great quotes. I find that he is very confident, but not so much arrogant, and he even has a lot of quotes that back that up. So I would say, for me, from what I'm reading here and what I'm seeing, and I'll give you guys examples, and you're free to read the entire article by World Archery. I'll have a link, but basically what I'm reading is you can have confidence in yourself, or you have a very high confidence in yourself, and you're going to succeed. I feel like Stefan has a very high confidence in himself. He believes in himself. He knows what to do. But I really don't see him so much going around to other shooters telling people, I am so great, bow, bow at my feet. I don't see that, because I've actually, met him at USAT events in the United States that he shoots at, and, the guy's just sitting there watching archery, just enjoying himself, minding his own business. He's not like parading around telling people, who I am. So, I think he's a perfect example of having just a high level of confidence and then turning that into success, because he's been very successful in a compound field that just keeps getting tougher and tougher, especially with Korea starting to work up the ranks. And then you got, the American shooters and the Netherlands and, Denmark. Everybody's got so much talent. Of course, there's plenty of other countries that have lots of compound talent, but I just feel like even with all of this talent coming in, he's managing to do quite well for himself. So now into some quotes from Stefan that really sparked my interest, that really, helped me decide that I really don't think this is arrogance. I just think it's a very high level of confidence. Okay, so the first quote. People expect us to be arrogant because we win things, but we are, and then added in arrogant, on the line because we have to be. You have to not care about anybody else because there is just you shooting arrows. So reading this quote, I honestly immediately jumped to, wow, this guy's just confident in his shooting. I feel like if he was arrogant about it, he would have to let the other guy know that he was going to win. Like I just feel like he's just very confident in his ability, because personally I do about the same thing. So when I'm up on the line for qualification, yeah, there's other people shooting with me, but what they're doing doesn't affect what I'm doing. I just need to focus on myself, on what I know how to do, on my shot, and then just focus on making good shots. I'm not going to benefit by trying to intentionally be arrogant to the person next to me. Sure, I guess it might help you short term, but long term, it's almost like cheating on a test in school. So especially in say math, where everything seems to be built on top of the next topic, at least in the United States. So if you can't do your simple addition because you got to go and steal the answers from the guy sitting next to you or the girl sitting next to you, then how are you expected to do long division or whatever the next topic is, if you don't take the time to learn that more basic part? So if you can't focus on yourself while you're shooting and you're too busy telling people how great you are, then are you really that great if you have to tell people? Shouldn't you just do it because you're focused on, me, okay, I want to shoot great arrows, I want to do well, I'm going to focus on myself to do well, and I'm not going to be telling people, especially people you don't know. Obviously everybody talks with their friends and stuff about, oh man, I've been shooting so great at home. That's different. That is definitely different than just announcing to the world that you're the thing. So hopefully that made sense. It makes a lot of sense to me, so hopefully I did a good job explaining it. At any point in time though, if you think that I have this totally wrong, let me know in the comments section down below. I love to hear other people's opinions, and I will read them. I may not be able to answer all of them, but I will definitely read them and then take them into consideration and use it to help evolve my own opinions on things and just improve myself as a person. So now on to the next quote. Because I'm arrogant enough to stand on the line, I have to take the blame. I'm the only one that is responsible for shooting bad. It's my job. I have to win to live. Again, I don't know, comes off as a very self thing. I know what I have to do. I have a job to do. If I want to keep traveling around the world, doing what I enjoy doing, seeing all these sights, shooting great arrows, and of course, making money to actually live, this is what I have to do. And I don't know. That doesn't seem arrogant. I feel like the arrogant side would be if it was well, it's my job. to win because you guys are a bunch of losers, and I'm just here to bathe in all the money that I make off of you. Now that would be pretty arrogant. I think this is coming off as just very confident, and it probably really helps the mental state of mind. Now, as a note, and from my reading online on all these different sites, a lot of them like psychological related sites, basically you can go too far with your confidence. So when you get way too confident about yourself and you do start, bragging to people about it, then you start going into the arrogance side of things, which may or may not be good, because it seems like people that get too self-confident and then they start telling people, oh, I am so great, bow beneath my feet, or at my feet, then they start actually slacking off on their end because they hold themselves to such a high standard that they put almost like they have an ease in their own mind, like, oh, well, I don't have to work that hard because I am so and so, I am great. So just a note there for anybody that's like, well, how's this work out? From what I've read and what I've been looking at, that confidence is good. Having a high level of confidence is good. Just don't let yourself get too full of yourself. Stay humble and keep working hard, because if you stop working hard and then you start getting too full of yourself, then you really start jumping into the arrogance thing, and then you end up shooting yourself in the foot because you get lazy. So then the people below you are like, yeah, this person's totally full of themselves, and yeah, you're not gonna make any friends that way, and you could end up turning your tournament environment possibly pretty hostile. Regardless if that's like an international thing, a national thing, or even just like local shoots at your local range. Nobody likes the guy that just keeps, or person that just keeps, ranting about how great they are. Doesn't get you too far. And let me finish this off with one last quote from Stefan, and he says, "If you don't feel like you're good enough to win, you won't win. Go there and feel like you're good enough to win. Believe in yourself, have confidence. You can have high confidence. You can be an uncompromising, highly confident archer." So I leave you with that last thought, at least my thought on this topic. I would really like to hear yours down in the comments section. If I'm right, if I'm wrong, if you agree, if you disagree, it's all good here. So if you did enjoy this video and this idea, this topic of conversation, please give us a like, subscribe, maybe even share the video and see what your friends think about it. I am open for discussion. Thank you so much for watching. Look for more great videos in the future. And as always, happy shooting, and thanks for being here.